hard to guard. They've got one of the best players in the world, and you have to do a lot of things to try to make it hard on him, and that can expose your defense. It's harder to protect the rim and the paint. But I thought we had some turnovers that ended up in easy buckets for them. That's what I told our guys. And the offensive glass, when we did get stops, when we got stops late, it's because we defensive rebound, and then we were able to come down and attack in transition. But there were times where I think second chance points, particularly in a timely situation where you've worked really hard to defend, and you get a stop, and then you don't come up with it. But again, I was really proud of the way we competed. As you said, I think that's, to me, that's the overarching thing to take from this game. And then, as I mentioned, a couple of things that we know we need to do, to have that competitive effort turn into a win.
Next up, David James, KUTV.
Quin, have you been around many players like Jordan Clarkson, who can be 0 for 8 from 3 and really just struggling, and then 5 of 8 from 3 down the stretch like that? Can you talk about his performance?
Well, I think, the shots that he's getting, tonight, he was really, I thought he did a great job of adjusting to the way he was being guarded, where he took some of those clean threes off the dribble in transition, and then he got to the rim. So to answer your question more specifically, Jordan is mentally tough. And, when you have a guy that believes in himself like that, has the confidence he has, I think he's able to really get to the next play when he misses a shot. So he gives himself a chance to do that, with his frame of mind, and he competes. So, no, I haven't been around a lot of guys like him, and I love that I get to be around him.
Andy Larson, Salt Lake Tribune.
Quin, you guys didn't get to the rim a lot tonight. Statistically, you haven't in a lot of games. And, is that obviously you're missing Mike Conley, you're missing Donovan Mitchell. Do you feel like you can still get to the rim more even without those guys? Or is it just kind of a function of the personnel you're working with right now?
Well, different combinations of players have to score different ways. I thought Trent did a good job getting to the rim tonight. They're a long, athletic team that pressures you. And, Jordan got to the rim. But obviously, both are true. Donovan and Mike are pretty good getting to the rim. They're both quick, and but that doesn't mean that we have to get to the rim other ways. I think Bogey's been getting there. We've got to move it and then shift the defense and then usually drive the second side. But obviously it's something that we're conscious of because it creates other offense for us.
All right, we have time for one more. We're going to go Sarah Todd, Deseret News.
Quin, Rudy only had one shot attempt, I think, in the first half, and then it looked like you guys made a pretty concerted effort to start the third quarter to go to him early on. Was that the case, or what was sort of competing against him to not get that many touches?
Well, teams, Rudy impacts the game so much on the offensive end by doing things that don't always result in points or even touches in some instances. But when he does that, he creates offense for other people. So I think the game often dictates those things depending really on how that they're playing pick and roll. But I thought he did a good job getting out quickly on his rolls to the rim in the second half. And I thought we settled in a little bit. We were struggling offensively for a while there, and some of that's, you're missing shots. But, Rudy has games where there's not as many opportunities, and then he has games where he finds them, and a lot of that's just dictated on how people play him. And, for him to be kind of understanding that, is a good thing. I think his understanding of the game and what's available, helps him make really better and better reads in those situations.